What's up, guys? I couldn't go live, so I had to make a video. I'm going to go ahead and tell you I'm not very good at talking into this phone, but we're going to try to do it. First of all, I want to thank all the students that have attended in years past. Mark's been through thousands of students. He's been teaching 25 plus years. He's the co-founder of AFCO. Very, 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 very bright mind. We're very lucky to have him coming to Anniston, Alabama. He usually does Rocket, Larry Shaw, Evansville. He has multiple locations over the years for this school. And every year, the tools get better and we get smarter. And we learn something every year. Think about 10 years ago. Toting left front tire, 2 foot up off the ground. Why is it on the ground now? Because we got smarter. So, every year that evolves, and it doesn't hurt to go to a school somewhere. I've been to a lot of schools. This is not your typical school where somebody talks for 2 minutes, then you raise your hand and ask questions, and no. When he starts in, he's going to teach you about everything on your race car. From the wheelbase to the tires, how to groove, how to sight, what the wheelbase does, how it works, springs, shocks, 5th coil, 6th coil, caster, camber, weight management, ballast, your left side percentage, your rear percentage, polar moment. I could sit here and name stuff for 45 minutes that Mark is going to cover in his class. You got shocks. I'm getting constant messages up there. Excuse the noise there. And there's just so much he's going to cover in his class. You're talking, the biggest thing on the race car to me is the wheelbase. That's the first thing that I want to cover. Not me cover. I want to say is the most important, because you got to know where your wheels are, okay? Second thing is the springs, because this dictates how the weight gets into them tires that hits the racetrack, okay? Stop guessing at the racetrack. Stop calling people. You're talking 40 adjustments to tighten your race car on corner entry. 40. So if you call somebody, they're going to give you the most typical one, or the one that they use the most. Well, that thing's got a cause and effect. I promise you, every adjustment that you make on that race car has a cause and effect. If you understand your race car and how every adjustment has that cause and effect, you can make the right adjustment. The guy you call or your buddy over there, they're not watching your car. The guy you call, he's definitely not watching your car. He don't know what it does on exit or in the center of the racetrack. He's going to give you the first thing that he's got on his mind as far as what you need. But that may not be what you need. You need to think for yourself. Drivers, crew members, right here. You can come to this thing for $3.99, which is 3 days. 8 in the morning to about 4:30 in the evening. And you're going to get a lot of information. You're going to be overwhelmed with information. When you leave this class, you're going to be so overwhelmed with so much information that you're not going to know where to start at. Because I guarantee you, when you get to the racetrack next time you go, you're going to know what to do to that race car. You're going to have a lot better idea of what adjustment to make or how to adjust the race car to the racetrack. When that thing gets slick, when it loses a half a second a lap, when it hammered down, after it rains, you move around to a different racetrack, you got different dirt, different speed, different banking. You're going to want to change springs. You're going to want to change shocks. You're going to want to move your ballast around. And you're going to be confident after you leave this class of doing that stuff and knowing why you're doing it and how it's going to affect your car. I don't think anybody should race without coming to this class. Yes, this is not your super advanced class. You got to do a little thinking on your own, but you need to know the basics of how the car works. Because when you understand how the car works, then you can take that knowledge and just run with it. You can learn so much. like I said, excuse the messages. My phone stays blowed up all the time. Like I said, when you understand the race car, you can learn so much. You can understand how your bird cages rotate, how moving a bar hurts you on road steer. You can understand how the spring pressures work on the smasher. There's so much you can understand if you understand the race car. Let me go a little bit further here. Like I said, Mark's a teacher. He is the co-founder of AFCO. I don't know if I've already said that or not. He is a very bright mind. He's been teaching a long time. On Saturday night, we're going to have a Saturday night special. Carl Bush will be doing a seminar on brakes. Now, we're going to teach about brakes in here too, but he's going to do a seminar from Wildwood talking about not trying to sell you anything. The only thing we're trying to sell you is knowledge, okay? And we're doing it at a very cheap price. You're talking $3.99 for 3 days. You spent that on your entry fee getting into the National 100 last weekend if you're local around here. Okay? I mean, it's nothing to a racer. You spend it on tires on Saturday night. Anyway, after Carl does his brakes, I'm going to do a little special on spring smashing, load numbers, how to achieve them, springs, building springs, stacks, bumps, what the numbers mean on a race car. I'll get into showing this tool here for the modifieds and the street stock guys. That's a big tool. I suggest getting one. That's money well spent right there. That is, because now you can understand your right front travel, your right rear travel, what spring pressure you want, why you change springs, what spring you want to put in the car, set the ride height, the adjustments. I mean, that's a big tool. Anyway, I'm rambling on the phone again. What was I going to get into? The questions that I'm asked, okay? Yes, it's for late models, street stocks, modifieds, factory stocks, even four cylinders. If you're a rear-wheel drive car, you want to come to this class. We cover all the suspensions: 4-link, Z-link, swing arm, GM 4-link, 3-bar, leaf spring. We cover all the rear suspensions that you can imagine, how they work, and even if you don't understand in the class how they work or how you can use it to your advantage, you've got a page in here that'll have your suspension in there, and it gives you tips on how to make them work better. I'll be at the class. In between the classes, Mark will be studying for the next session because, I mean, he like I said, he piles a lot of information on you in 3 days, and he has to keep up with it and can make sure he's staying, with the class. You can ask me any question at the class. I'll give you my best answer. But like I said, this ain't the typical class that you go to and you hear somebody speak about their opinions. There's no opinions in here. None. This man has proven, and like I said, he will talk about it, teach you why, and then he will show you why, and then he'll prove to you why. I guarantee when you get done, you'll understand what to do on that race car on Saturday night when that track blows off or it slows down or the cushion gets up there or it gets rough. Hey, you'll know what to do. You won't be asking anybody. You won't be guessing. I mean, we got guys doing setup schools around here still calling people and asking them what to do. I mean, hey, come on, guys. Think for yourself. Learn what to do with that race car. If you go to the class, you can call me at any time, and I'll try to help you. I'll try to point you in the right direction. I think any student that's watching this, that's been to the class before, they know they can call me. That's about it. We'll have a ton of door prizes. Lots of things given away at this class. We give away a lot of stuff from the sponsors of it. Got DRP and Integra, F&K rod ends, Wildwood, Quick Trick, KRC, ATL Fuel Cells, New Line, AccuForce, Base Fuel. I mean, Winners rear ends. The sponsors go on and on for this thing, and they all send stuff to Fragola. They all send stuff for giveaways that people will learn. I mean, people will win. Like I said, you get the book. There will be books for sale also. But I'm rambling now. I think I've run out of things to talk about. If you got any questions, you can ask it here. If you want to sign up, you can call me, 256-452-9390. $100 deposit, everything but a American Express. We take cash out, any debit card, credit card, check. It doesn't matter. $100 deposit will lock you in your seat. I've talked for 10 minutes and 25 minutes. I have rambled. It don't get no better than that. Like I said, if you got any questions, you can send it to me. There's motels in Oxford, Alabama. There's one right there at the Anniston Meeting Center where we're having the school at, right across the street. You can walk across the street, called Hotel Fennell. Oxford's about 5 minutes away, and it's just loaded with motels. It's probably going to fill up. I'm going to say by January 15th. We got to have our money in by January 15th because we can't have money at the door. You do have to wear this stupid mask in the door. I will take your temperature. If you've got a temperature, you will not be able to come in. So if you're sick, stay home. The worst case scenarios, we get a room full of people learning and one person gets the rest of them sick. You understand? So you got to wear your mask in. Now, I'm sure as this thing goes on, we'll be a little more lenient. You know, I'm not a mask guy. As far as your lunch goes, I haven't quite figured out the lunch every day because of the COVID deal. But I will have it figured out. We'll have some great lunches. I don't know if it'll be as good as years past for the students it's already been, but I'm going to try. You know, I'm going to try. I'm going to try to make it good. The front end geometry class, you'll get another book. I don't have the book here, but it's a big, thick book as well. Very in depth. Front end class on Monday. I'll probably have a spring smasher there. Might bring a dyno, shock dyno. Well, you can see the program in the background. This is a 3D program that Mark designed and sells. It's got front end. It's got front end and rear end. It's two different programs now. Your front end, basically it's 3D. If you go to the front end school, you already understand that you pretty much need that to design a front end. So you ain't over here drawing in the floor and trying to figure out where everything goes. This thing, you put it in there, and the front end actually moves. You can run it in. You can make it roll. You can make it steer. You can make it bump. You can do it all. So, but you have to basically put it in there like a CNC machine. The center of every ball joint, the center of every heim joint, and then your front end will move. That way you're not guessing what you're building. You can actually build it on here, then apply it on the car. That's what I've done on the last car. The rear end's the same way. You put in a 4-link, 3-link, whatever you want to put in there and make that thing roll. You can see the body rolling right there in that picture there. That's about it. If you got any questions, shoot me a message. If you want to sign up, like I said, 256-452-9390. No reason not to come. Very cheap for what you're going to learn. Huge amount of information. Huge. We will be talking about, I think the biggest thing that you need to listen to, and I need to express this to everybody that comes. And I don't know why people kind of miss it. I don't know if it's because it's so much information, but the information about the weight management and how the weight actually moves in that car, pay attention to that. Pretty heavy, especially like factory stock, street stock guys, open wheel guys that don't have the advantages of the stack or the bump. You have to set your springs, basically how the weight moves. And you change your springs out or adjust your weight to move to that. That's a really important area of the class. I think it's the most important to me. Because if you understand how the weight moves and how that weight gets on them tires, it's a huge advantage. That's what you want to be at. That's about it. That's all I can ramble on. 14 minutes. All right, guys, 256-452-9390. 9390. If you got any questions, call me. Thank you.